All James Gunn ever wanted to do was direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for us. That's all he ever wanted to do, and he was fired, and it was rude. Hashtag rehire James Gunn. Rehire him. Come on now. Let him do what he's always wanted. Oh.
Hello, I started this gangster shit. And this the mother thanks I get. Hello, I started this gangster shit. And this the mother thanks I get.
Sorry, Movie Blob. We're going with Plan B, the sour grape solution. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You are listening to Ethan Van Sciver, 25-year veteran of this comic book industry. Turns out, James Gunn never really wanted to direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3 anyway. So yeah, you're looking at a man who plays 4D chess. He laid a trap for us and we fell right into it. That trap being a social media history littered, positively littered, with jokes about child abuse, child pornography, rape, anti-Semitism, racism, interactions with convicted child pornographers all over his social media. Little stories he told about animals on the set of movies he was directing, ejaculating in the faces of children and how he thought that was delightful. Lots of pictures of parties that he attended that were child abuse themed. You wouldn't believe this. Dressed like child abusers and, victims of child abuse. Oh, that's a good time. That's a nice Saturday night. Live funk free. That's what we're trying to do. And that's why James Gunn isn't going to direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or anything at Disney. And Disney, thank God, has upheld that decision. So let's look at we're on MovieWeb.com. What a great website MovieWeb is. And by the way, Kevin Berwick, one of our heroes. We love Kevin Berwick around here. This man's prose is incredible. Look at him. He's like, ha 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 ha. You threw me right into the briar patch. We played right into your hands. Right into your hands, James Gunn. Little did we know. There's a lot of pressure when it comes to directing a movie within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Especially after creating two huge successes with the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. Yeah, everyone loves those movies. People like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I liked the first one. I thought the second one was okay. And then Guardians of the Galaxy in the Avengers movie, I thought was, in Avengers 4, I thought was strange. Was it Avengers 4 or Avengers 3? How come now I'm having a mental block? Whatever it was. This last movie with Thanos. That's what happens when you stay up late at night drawing. James Gunn had to figure out how to manage fan expectations along with creating something that felt artistically satisfying while crafting the sequel. And getting to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was another huge challenge. With all of the pressure to create something as beloved as the first two installments, Gunn might actually be relieved. He doesn't have to helm the third and final installment. Well, thank God. It's good to be unemployed. All you have to do now is just sit on the couch and watch game shows. It's not so bad. Look, I don't understand why these people have hashtag rehire James Gunn. Can't you let this guy retire in peace? He said he doesn't want to. He never really wanted to do it anyway. Look at him. He's like, ha, fooled you all. Gotcha. Got him. Yeah, leave him alone. It's no secret that James Gunn was initially hesitant to jump on board the MCU with Guardians of the Galaxy. At a panel in May of 2017, the director admitted that he almost turned the project down because he didn't think it was a good idea. The main reason for the hesitation was because of Rocket Raccoon. Oh, well, that's smart. Gunn thought it was Bugs Bunny in the middle of the Avengers. See, this is a man who clearly knows what he's doing. Gunn thought, and obviously thought, the idea of a talking raccoon was just too weird. Obviously, the director ended up changing his mind in the end after he figured out how to approach the character in an emotional way. When it came time to discuss Guardians 3, Gunn never seemed that excited about the project. He just wasn't excited about it. What can I tell you? James Gunn gets excited about strange things. We know that. We know that strange, odd things excite him. Talking raccoons not among them. No, indeed. Just before Guardians 2 arrived in theaters, the director said this. Look at this. Right now, I'm really just concerned with doing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I'm not sure what I'm going to do after this. Marvel has talked to me about continuing on. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do or if that's not what I want to do. Well, that's brilliant. Excellent. So he was ambivalent about it. He was exactly right. Look at this. He's like, I don't want to do it. I'm just looking for a way out. Maybe if I fill my social media with filth, then they won't even let me do it. Brilliant. Man, this guy, I'm telling you, it's like 5D backgammon underwater. It's incredible how this guy does this. This guy, he's a thinking man. In June of 2016, nearly a year before Guardians 2 came out, there was much talk that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 would be getting a new director. In the press, James Gunn continued to be apprehensive about returning and offered this at one point. I'm not yet sure whether I'm going to do Volume 3. This one, Guardians 2, was more emotionally exhausting. Emotionally exhausting. Emotionally. It's hard to be tired with your feelings. But it happens. It happens when you're making movies about talking raccoons. You get tired with your heart. He went on later to say, there will be a Guardians 3, that's for sure. We're trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, really. That's all it is. I got to figure out where I want to be. What I want to spend the next 3 years of my life doing. You know, I'm going to make another big movie. Is it the Guardians or something else? I'm just going to try to figure it out over the next couple of weeks. James Gunn continued to express hesitation right after the second installment hit theaters. Gunn and Yondu actor Michael Rooker are very close friends. And killing off the character was almost too much for Gunn to handle. Wow, it's just hard. It's hard to kill your fictional character. Gunn is not alone in his feelings. I know that. Believe me, I know that. Jails are full of people who... Never mind. Yondu became a fan-favorite character in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but making the third installment without Rooker almost made Gunn walk away. He explains, let me tell you, there was nothing harder for me than the choice to kill Yondu in this movie. Michael Rooker, for all the crap I give him, is one of my closest friends in the world. And the last thing I wanted to do was make a movie without Michael Rooker in the future. I almost didn't do Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 because there was no Michael Rooker in it. And I couldn't see making the movie without him. He just means that much to me, and I love him that much. James Gunn went on to say that killing off Yondu was the hardest choice I've ever had to... It was the hardest choice I've ever had to make from a storytelling perspective. The director went through a bunch of rewrites that had the character survive, but felt that it would cheapen the film in the end. As for bringing Yondu back from the dead, Gunn declared that it would never happen while he was involved with the MCU. Wow, this man's conflicted, but he's definitely dedicated to killing off blue people and letting them stay dead. I admire that. Guardians of it, no matter how conflicted he is. Now, it would have been very selfish of him to let the blue-faced guy live, but no. He committed to blue guy death. Committed to it. And he stuck to it. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was already going to be difficult in terms of the final movie of a trilogy, and it's now on indefinite hold. What's with trilogies all the time? Why does everything have to be a trilogy? Why do people assume that just you're 3 and you're done? Why wouldn't you do a quadrilogy? Why wouldn't you do a quintuplet? Why wouldn't you do a sexology? I don't know. Why? Why does it always have to be a trilogy? It's weird. Enough of this. Not everything's Star Wars. I know you want it to be, but not everything is Star Wars. Not even Star Wars is Star Wars anymore. For goodness sakes. Now that James Gunn has been fired by Disney, get out of here! Take your weirdo Riverend out of my office right now! Get out! He might actually feel a sense of relief, because he never wanted to make Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in the first place. Gunn was very active on social media. Yes, he was. Yeah, my boy was active on social media. And that's probably a cruel thing to point out in this article, Kevin. Kevin Berwick, that's probably not a nice thing to point out. That's a bitter reminder for poor James Gunn. Poor James Gunn, but he meant to do this. We forget he meant to do this. This was all part of the plan. And he did his best to answer all the fan questions that he could. But he might also have gotten sick of his life being stuck in the MCU 24/7. Sick of it. That was the roughest 3 years of his life. Terrible. The director can rest easy knowing that he brought 2 of the most beloved and unexpected hits to the Marvel Studios and gave some pretty weird characters complex, emotional backgrounds that show off real flaws. You can check out James Gunn's initial hesitation about directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3 below, provided by James Gunn's Facebook page. No, Facebook's no longer available. It's been shut down. No longer available. Facebook, none of his social media is up there anymore. That's probably for the best, I would think, yes. Great, okay, good. So in other words, guys, don't worry about it. Hashtag rehire James Gunn. You ain't doing him a favor. He doesn't want to do it. He never wanted to do it in the first place. Checkmate, suckers.
Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there.
Join the fandom menace and execute your own Order 66 with our incredible line of t-shirts, Soylo, a Soy Wars story, Tico, a Soy Wars story, and our brand new smoking hot Soy Wars Plan 9. Make a statement today. This is the only trilogy you'll ever need. The link is below in the description. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the laughing man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.